Okay, so hello everyone. This is kind of, I don't know, it's not really planned on the topics. No one commented and said what they wanted to talk about. So we are going to just share ideas. What do you want to talk about? So y'all can take it away if Jennifer wants to say hey. And you're muted. So, yep.
Sorry. Hey guys, I need to apologize for missing out on you guys last month. Kids is all I have to say is kids.
Jennifer, I thank you for reminding me because never crossed my mind this morning.
I sent out some reminders today because I think we all have a million things going on right now. And so, just a little reminder never hurts. I did have a topic I wanted to discuss if you guys want to give some feedback on this. Um, First of all, I'm so grateful to Avon for these new appointments. I don't know about you guys. I think we need to express our gratitude in that. And I'm working on a good system to feel like I'm keeping up with everybody. I don't know if you guys have had like a mass addition.
Yes.
I've got my project broadcast or whatever texting service that you're using, where I'm sending out, those welcome messages and, trying to get them to my group where my trainings are. And then I feel like when they get now like to my LOA 3s, I feel like I'm losing contact with all of them. So are you guys finding any kind of system to keep track of everybody or anything that's working well for you is what I'm interested in hearing.
Well,
I-
Jennifer, yeah, I
I
did
don't-
the same. Yeah, I did the same. I reached out to him right away, got him on Project Broadcast. It got to be about the third and fourth campaign. They just kind of, they didn't need me anymore, but they knew that I was there. I did do another mass text yesterday just to check in, just to say, how are you? And I did get a response. Several said, I'm just busy right now. I'm going to shop for myself till at least January. Thanks for the reminder. Little things like that. But I also have to remember that we have to check on them as a person and not so much always as a business. Mm-hmm. So I always try to just say, hey, how are you? I'm just checking in. Is everything okay? How was your holiday? And so that was kind of what I did yesterday. And then I did a reminder to them to just do their personal shopping. Don't worry about if you don't have customers right now, at least get your own personal stocking stuffers in and try to hit $50, $60, at least the $60. And get your own shopping done. So that was a big thing yesterday. But yeah, I agree with you. We're getting mass additions. I didn't get any additions since the 30th, but I've been running 1 to 2 a day. And so I've been trying to keep up with them and find a way that I don't want to get overwhelmed or overlook them. We have to find a good rhythm to stay in touch, because this isn't just leads. These are true appointments. So that's where we have to really, and there's more to come. Yeah. So we have to stay on top of what we're doing with them.
Yeah. Mine has definitely slowed down since Thanksgiving too. I noticed that what I figure is Avon probably took the money they were putting in advertising and probably put it in the cyber or Black Friday and the Cyber Monday deals, which is fine because I don't know about you guys, but I'm thankful for the new orders I'm getting too that I don't even know. So, I mean, I feel like they're working for our best, and I'm still working on recruiting and reaching out to new people and stuff. But I love the idea of that broadcast text, just checking in. I think that's a great idea. Anybody else got ideas how you're keeping track of people? Mary, Jessica, Regina, Deanna, Benna, Carol, Arlena?
I'm also doing project broadcast. Because you can group them and it's easier for me. I'm also, all of the new people, what I'm doing is I'm doing a PDF view of, I go to the representative search and every day I put in the date. So yesterday I did 12/1. Later today, I'll do 12/1 through 12/2. And then I'll pull it up and whoever is there, it gives me, I do the name, the phone number, the email, the account number, the appointment date, the district, nesting, and whether they placed an order yet or not. Pending order, I think. It's the first order campaign.
Okay. So
And
do you use that to reach out to them, or what do you
I
do
do.
with that report?
I do.
Okay.
Let me show you. And I do it different on every, and I've got a binder sitting right here. And this is yesterday. This is what I did yesterday. I write my notes right here. I do notes on Avon, but I write my notes here.
Oh, that's good.
So that, and I have a binder full, so that even later when we don't have, they're not doing anything, I can go back. I just reached out and somebody just, and I poke holes in it, you know, and my binder sits right here. But yesterday or day before, I sent out a happy holiday, happy Thanksgiving, I hope you're safe, blah, 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 all of that. And I've had 2 of them that I haven't heard from in months reach back to me. Thank you so much. I had one say the family was sick, you know, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So, but they reached out to me.
Yeah. I've had lots of them that I've actually made contact with that's it. Their family has been sick and I said, you know, while y'all are down and kind of low key, this is a good time for you to hop in and go ahead and start watching those trainings. So when you're all back up and healthy, you can start making that money that you need.
The other question they asked them is, what are you going to Walmart to shop for?
Mhm. Mhm.
You know, I go to Walmart now, other than food, dog food, cat food. The only thing I buy from them are Q-tips, because I buy everything else for me, and that's where I go with them. But this is how I'm keeping track of it. Just, and it's on green paper, because this is the newer batch of people. I have the older ones here on white paper. So I just decided I would designate, in my head, green paper means the newer batch.
Cool. Color coding. I
I
like it.
am color coding. So it was by mistake, because the first one got printed on green, and I thought, ooh, that's a good idea.
Color code everything.
There you go.
Every color of
Okay. So my question is, after, I'm surprised that's not mine. After they become, they're no longer new, how do you change your color code? What do you do? LOA 1 is like green, and when they move to LOA 2, how do you, or LO 3, color code wise, how do you change that?
Why don't you do it by campaign? So like campaign 26 is green, then campaign 1 could be pink, campaign 2 could be yellow, and then you have it split up by campaigns.
You want me to remember that color code?
Well, write it down.
Well, if you could see all my notes, writing it, oh my God, and I still can't remember it.
Yeah, I know. I missed a call. I know. Jessica, did you have some tips?
Yeah, so well, I don't know if it's tips, but this is what I do. So I still used our customer follow-up list, but I use it for my team also. So I write their name here, the date that they sign up, and then in the little secondary phone number area, if they tell me like what, you know, if they want to be a personal shopper or to earn money, I write it here. Or, you know, oh, this lady has 3 kids, so I wrote it down. And then I check off if I sent them a welcome message in Project Broadcast. I check off if I have invited them to the team page. If they respond to me, I highlight their name, which, I mean, there's 3 on this whole page, there's 3. That's one thing that I've been struggling with, is I haven't gotten a lot of responses. So I've been trying different ways to connect with them, like, you know, my welcome text to see what works, and I haven't figured it out yet. But then I also, for their first 3 campaigns, I kind of highlight what campaigns they are. So 25, 26, and then 1. And then I mark when I like connect with them, the date, and if I text them or email them. So for their first order, you know, I let them know the goodies that are available to them. The second campaign, I let them know goodies that they're available from me because I want them to be a qualified new recruit. And so then I go line by line, person by person. I usually do this on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. And yesterday it took me about an hour, but I don't know, I connected with everybody one-on-one. I still don't get like a ton of responses back, but that's how I've been keeping track of my people.
Okay.
I'm on mute. I love that idea. I
like
you guys
that.
are so good with the paper. I lose paper, so I've only been documenting in the notes part of Vibe, and I feel like I'm still not getting like I don't have a good grasp. So I like both of those paper
That's
ideas.
because in order to find out what you're doing, you have to go to each person.
Mhm.
See, this is printed, and what this is new active rep search that never placed an order. It was an alert that Avon sent us on the page,
Mhm.
and I printed it.
Yeah.
I bring this, there's like 20 pages here. And so this is like my go-to for my team.
Yeah.
Always my go-to for my team. I bring it with me from room to room. Like this is like my Bible of my team.
Yeah, I like your idea better because
Yeah.
this doesn't give me room to do all those things that you're doing.
I also highlight their first 3 campaigns. So like green is my first gen, green money, right? So I love your guys' color coding as well because I'm totally into it. And then pink is like my second or third gen. So that as I'm going through the list, I have that quick glance like, okay, my priorities today are my first gen. Tomorrow, is my second and third gen. So yeah.
I love that. That's so good.
Jessica, would you put down a list of what topics are on your page?
What do you mean?
Well, like you said, you've got your color coded for first and second gen, and then you said you're reaching out and making notes on when you talk to them for the second.
Yeah, so
order?
I actually have like templates or like scripts that I have made. So then when I go to email them or text them, it really is just like a copy and paste. And I do it for, okay, if they're LOA 0, LOA 1, and then LOA 2. So that's their first 3 campaigns. So I have like scripts that are just, okay, here's the text, here's the email, and as I pull them all up, I'm going to email all of them, and then the text, I actually have it saved as a template in Project Broadcast, and then I just add them to it.
See, I'm saying when I call them, the initial call, I'm telling them, hey, it's been a blah, blah, blah with Avon and all of that nonsense, and I want to welcome you to the team. I have your starter kit as soon as we talk.
Well, I think, was it Dawn that shared, not the last call, but the call before that she was sending like 1 sentences or 2 sentences reach outs, and I start with a text because they won't answer my phone calls.
Same.
So I start with a text and I just say, hey, welcome to Avon. I'm Jennifer, your mentor. So excited to get to know you. Respond with your favorite emoji if you got this. And I have that template saved in Project Broadcast. And then if they respond with an emoji, it doesn't take much effort for them. Then I go to, would you rather talk or text? Because I have a couple that want to talk, and I love that. I'm a talker. But I would say probably 75 to 80% want to text.
Yep.
And so then I know how to communicate with them on the way that they want to communicate. And so that kind of 3, like Jessica said, I do like a 3-part series. Welcome to Avon, reply with an emoji. And then I put, do you prefer to talk or text? And then my next question is, I'd love to know what brought you to Avon. And then that, then I can kind of work off of what brought them to Avon. Did they want a discount? Did they want to make extra money? And kind of work off that and talk back and forth a few minutes. And then my 4th question is, I would love to get you in our groups to help you get your business started. Would you like to join? And then You know, and then if they say yes, then I send them the links to join like our Facebook group and stuff. I mean, I have like a 5-question series, and I went in and took out all the fluff I had in it and made them very simple. And that seems to be working somewhat better for me in my text messages.
Okay.
Anybody else have any ideas? I don't know if y'all seen this, and I was going to point this out on the last call. In Vibe, there is like the news part. Do you guys ever check out like the news announcements? They put in there the new rep email series that they are sending out. I think it's like 7 or 8 emails that they're sending to all of these new reps when they get started. So I'm trying to not overwhelm them with emails because they're already getting one like every day for the first 8 days. So y'all might go in and check that out too.
In the news
It's
section?
in Vibe. If you'll, I think it's announcements or news. It says new rep emails, and if you click on it, they'll actually show you the graphic of the emails that they're sending.
That's under the static reports?
No, it's on the dashboard. Of,
It's under the sales leadership buzz.
Yeah.
Business update.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I check those. If you guys don't, they've put some things in there like when they were off on leadership checks or something like that, or you know, updating was behind. They usually update there.
About that update, did you guys get payments? Because I thought I was expecting one, but I haven't gotten one.
Get what?
Yes. You didn't get your leadership check?
No. I got my main leadership check, but it was for the personal recruit 3% bonus.
Oh, that extra one. There's a static report on that in your Vibe if you're gonna get one or not. I think mine was like $4.
Oh, so maybe I did get it.
I felt like my leadership check was off this campaign. I emailed Avon and I called leadership and talked to them. I had several past dues that hadn't paid that I think impacted it, but I still think it's off.
Mine has to be off as well, but
I can't put my finger on what it is to make them check it. They said they went back and double checked it, but. So I have another question if everybody has given all their answers on that. Anybody else have any other good ideas about helping get these people connected and just staying with them through the system?
Dion, what are you doing?
She may be working at an event.
Is she? Okay.
Arlena, do you have anything that's working well for you?
Yeah.
Just everything that I shared last time on the last call. So I send them a text message first, and I ask them to respond to let me know that this is their number. And then I started doing a card series. So it's just like a welcome card. And then I've got the 4th card I haven't created yet. But what I'm doing, I want everybody kind of on a system. I don't mind working with them one-on-one, but my goal is so big for next year that I can't work with everybody one-on-one. And not that I don't want to talk to them when they come in, but I need something that can handle a lot of people. So I started with the welcome series. I'm doing a newsletter for the whole team every quarter. So in a couple weeks, I'm going to, I'll start creating the card this week, but in a couple weeks, I'll send that card, and it's going to be for, it's going to talk about vision board. It's going to talk about goals for next year. And I will put in there, if you're not in this to make money, here's also what you get too. And then I will have somewhere in the card about the celebration, because we don't know if Avon's going to come out with anything in January from that, hey, you know, there's a celebration you can sign up for. So I'm looking at, because when I did newsletters to my team, they really love that, and that's what I want to do again. And so I'm going to highlight the leadership part. I'm going to highlight the sales levels. And the vision. What do you want in your business? Is it just a discount, or is it to make money? But something that can go out to the whole team, and I'm not talking to them individually, but they always know they can reach out to me. I mean, I've already spoke to a couple of them this morning over a couple of different things. So that's just what I'm doing. I'm looking at what I can, like a system for everybody. And I have my handout too, similar to what Jessica and Benna is doing, because I have on there their first order, second order, check it off if they're placing orders, and then their cards, like, you know, do I need to send their next card or, you know, something like that. But anyway, so I'm hoping this works. I mean, it did for me. So when the manager reached out to me, or I would have never known as much as I did. So
I just think that reach out, them feeling us touch them makes a big impact. And I love the card idea. I knew that you were using them more for your business. I didn't know exactly how. Gail says, I'm going to go back and catch these comments. Gail said, we are building our home here, so COVID has been a true test of my business. I'm on a mission to only grow bigger and better for 2021. Yes, I'm with you on that one. And then Deanna says, I'm here. It's loud here. I'm doing what you guys are doing. I do a welcome card series scheduled through send out cards, and in each contact, I always have an invite to join our Facebook team group where I do all recognition and team incentives. And I do the same. I don't know about you guys, but I've gotten several that aren't on social media right now. They have totally just disconnected their social media. So I'm trying to use email to, you know, not overwhelm them, but to do some reach outs and text. But you know, this may be a great time to add in something like send out cards or something if they're staying on social media.
I was going to say send out cards. You know, I have an old account that I never did anything with because I didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
So it's just lapsed. So who wants to?
No, you would just get back in your account.
I don't think so. It's been too many years.
Mine, I didn't sign up, like I signed up for it 5 or 7 years ago. And it just sat there. And then this year they did a free affiliate sign up and I activated it. And then just a month ago, I did the unlimited program.
See, I've got nothing from them.
When you go in, you'll be able to see, it'll pull you up. It's just by your email. It'll pull you up. You're still attached to whoever.
Yeah, I can change that and be happy with it.
I have to share with her later, but I figured out how I'm connected to people, and I don't know. It was on people that started it that I got connected with. Send me your code,
please.
Yeah, but you'll go in. You just go to sendoutcards.com.
I understand, but I'd rather go in under you. Send me your cards, please. Sorry, I don't want this person.
I know. I don't know if it will let it, though, because it wouldn't let me change.
We can try. The person that I signed up on has done me dirty, so to speak. So, no, I really don't want to do anything with her.
Okay.
So.
Hi, this is Regina. How is everyone doing?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm sorry I missed the last calls. When I looked up the last one, I was like, oh gosh, I'm really late. But I just wanted to speak to what I kind of do. Of course, I've said before, I do send out a welcome packet with a letter and the calendar and that kind of thing. So I always try to make sure I'm sending something that they physically have in hand. But I really utilize the notes section in Vibe under their profile. You know, I go in when I send that welcome packet out, I put in there enrollment and I put sent welcome packet. So I know what date I've done everything. When I do that welcome call, I go in there, update it, whether I've got voicemail, if I spoke with them. So I kind of know when I do go back to speak to them again, it's there for me to see. All I have to do is pull up their account, you know, look at their the notes that I've made in that notes section under the tree whenever you pull up their actual profile. And I've gotten with so many of them coming in, like I said, and I know we've all experienced, a lot of them are just not responding. Some are the ones that are, I always send a text first thing as soon as I get it, welcoming them and telling them to friend me on Facebook so I can add them to my team page. asking when is a good time to call. You know, some of them will tell me right away, you know, oh, we can talk tomorrow, whatever, you know, some won't, some will just say, okay, some will accept the request to join my Facebook group, you know, and kind of follow there. So it's just like I try to do a variety of things. So if I'm sending a text and then I'm doing a call and I'm also sending you a packet, I don't usually email because like you were saying, I know Avon emails. So I only email if the number is a landline, then I'll just send an email instead of doing a text message if the text message is rejected. But I do try to, if I haven't heard from that new rep within a day or two, then I start following up with calls. And then kind of trying to get a feel of what's going on, or, you know, if they really meant to sign up. What, you know, I even had one girl said after she looked at it, it's not for her. She wanted to cancel her account, no problem. But I guess it's just kind of like it always is. It's just a hit or miss, and it's a numbers game. So I guess the more we're getting, that's a good thing, because hopefully out of that, we'll get more good representatives that are really looking to do something. Because I'm like everyone else, 2020 has been challenging. Even though my personal sales are up, I hit Rose Circle no problem over my numbers last year. My team sales were down this year. And just trying to get, I'm thankful to God that they took away the gold leader, the bronze leader requirement to be a gold leader. Thank God on that's coming up. So hopefully by then I can get my title back and with my sales. So basically I'm working with trying to help everyone build sales. Now, what has started to kind of work for me is doing the Facebook parties. What I'm doing with each new representative, whenever I talk with them, I give them the option of, let's do a Facebook Avon launch party, where I set up a group for them. They invite their Facebook friends or whoever on Facebook, and I start doing the posts. I do games, and I ended, of course, with the bingo on that last night. So I've been running the parties from like a Sunday to a Sunday. So if I start on Sunday evening, they'll start inviting people. And then on that Monday, I start actually doing my posts. And I set my posts up in categories, basically like the website. I do like body, the essentials. Then I go maybe into fragrance, bath and body. I go into makeup, skincare, jewelry. I just do, right now with Christmas, I kind of ended with our Christmas. And then on that last night, I say, you put your 5 numbers in. I've been asking for their numbers, and we do a bingo game virtually on that Facebook, on that live page of the party page. And I've had 2 parties that it worked really well with. One party, no one participated as far as us being able to do bingo at the end. So what I did on that last night, I just went on live on that page and showed Christmas products and talked about Avon and the opportunity. So my team, I did a mock party for my team to see how it's done. One girl in turn did a party for one of her team members, and that team member actually got a new recruit out of it. So wow. That was a plus. So it's kind of been, I'm just trying different things. The Facebook parties, they're kind of hit or miss. I've had, like I said, a couple of successful ones. Reps have gotten orders, and it helped people see what Avon has and how it has changed, and just introducing the products. So that's something I'm offering to all of my new representatives, that as they come in, let's schedule a launch party. So I've got one girl now that's ready to schedule hers, and we're gonna start hers up this weekend and then run it through next week. And what I do is I schedule the posts. So I'm not posting every day or every minute. When you set up a group like that, you can schedule your post. So I'll schedule my post out for that day so that they'll hit like maybe every 15, 20 minutes, depending how I set them up. And then I just go back and kind of check to see if there's been any responses or activity. So that's something you can think about with, social distance and not being able to really meet, people, passing out books or really going out like that. I've kind of found that that's another way to kind of get a representative people, to get them some activity going.
I have a question.
Yes.
2 questions. Number
Yes.
1, do you create an individual group for every representative so that they can use that ongoing for their customer group?
Yes. And then what I tell them to do is make this their VIP customer page once. And then I just kind of make them an admin of the page and remove myself once everything is over with, so that that's their page now. And I tell them change the name, you know, to your VIP customer group, whatever you want. And then they already have a page that already has customers in place.
I love that.
And they can use that page going forward to, you know, promote their business.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Question number 2. How many of these do you have going on at a time?
I try to only do one at a time, because it can get to be a lot. So what I've done so far, I haven't had a lot of them say, oh, I want to do it, but it's just been fortunate. Every time someone has said, I'm either ending one, and then I'd be like, okay, we can start yours the following week. So like right now, I don't have one going on right now, because I did one, I ended last week with my mock party for my team. So one of my girls, one of my frontliners that's trying to get to bronze ambassador, she did one for one of her team members, and that team member recruited someone, so she worked that party for her, and I kind of just watched. And then I had another team member, she started a party, and then she didn't get any new members, but she got orders out of it. So that was a plus too. So, you know, it's gonna kind of work either way. But no, I haven't. I would probably try not to do more than 2 at a time if I had to. But I would just tell them, hey, look, we'll schedule your party starting on this day, you know, and then just have it go from there. But it's worked.
Well, Carolyn wants to know, do you post consistent of product fact? Do your posts consist of product facts? What are you just kind of intermingling like different product posts and games and
so I do a little bit, like I welcome them. And the first thing is I give an overview. This is how the group works. And then I tell them about, we're going to play bingo at the end of the game. Post your 5 numbers here. And then I go in, I think I have one post that talks about Avon. And then I go in to say, oh, did you know that Avon has basic essentials? And then I start posting some of the products, you know, and essentials like the mask, and then the sanitizers. I'll post like the home products. And then I even do a post about the, you know, you need to keep our pearly whites, teeth pearly whites. And then I post all of the toothpaste and toothbrushes and things. And then I'll go into fragrances maybe. And I'll talk about fragrances, and I'll say like, you know, Amari, I'll post the Amari fragrances, Amari Seduction. And I'll talk about how Amari is our #1 selling fragrance, which I learned from our CEO when we were at, you know, leadership. That's the #1 fragrance. Because I asked him, what is the #1 fragrance that Avon sells? He said Amari. I was shocked. I thought it would have been something else. So I kind of give facts out like that. Then I have a post that talks about where, you know, that we do the American Cancer Society. And then I'll do some fun posts like, here's a game, how many lip balms are in the vase? And whoever comes the closest, I'll have a little prize. Then I'll go into, after fragrances, I might have done bath and body. I'll talk about Skin So Soft. I'll talk about our new Himalayan salts and scrubs and things like that. And I try to categorize it. And then I did skincare, makeup, and I even used the skincare profile. I put it out there. Did you know you can take a skincare profile? I put a picture of it out there and talk about, you know, our skincare line. So just kind of go through different categories. And like I said, and right now with it being the holidays, I ended with Christmas and just start showing all of the Christmas products and, you know, the gifts and things like that. And then on that last night, that Sunday evening, everybody, and I'm gonna tell you, they loved the bingo game. And all you need, I ordered the bingo cards off of Amazon, and they put in their 5 numbers, 1 through 75. And then, so I have all of their numbers on the sheet. And then as I go through, whoever gets the bingo, when I call out them numbers first, I check them right quick. And then, I usually use 3 rounds of bingo. So I know I have 3 gifts that I send out, and I just do nominal gifts. I had like some little eyeshadow palettes left from the holidays last year, things like that. You know, something that's easy to mail that's not going to cost me a lot of money. But they enjoyed the bingo. And I even used the bingo with my team When I do my top sales, I do 200 a plus club. Whoever has
Mhm.
sales 200 or more, we do a drawing. So one time, instead of doing just a drawing, I said, we're going to play bingo this time. So everybody really has a chance. So we got on live that night and we did bingo and they loved it.
Yeah, they love it with us too.
Yeah,
Thank you, Arlene
yeah.
and Jennifer for showing us.
Yeah.
It's such a good to me it's a momentum builder, and you can get so much education out in a quick bingo game, and my team
Right.
just enjoys playing and connecting. So yeah, bingo
Right.
is a huge thing for us too. Well,
Yeah.
and kind of what I do online parties too. And what I do is I section out each day. So I do like
Mhm.
Avon Essentials, I do Avon Skincare, Avon
Right.
Makeup, Avon Jewelry, Avon
Yeah.
Home, Avon
Yeah,
Decoration.
and that's how mine kind of ends up. It's usually each day I'm
Mhm.
talking about one of the actual, group sections. And so I try to space it out. So by Sunday, we're done. And then that night it's just getting ready to do the bingo.
Bingo game. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend that sells Tupperware, and she does these. I think Arlena too. We talked about this. She does these launch parties for her team, and they have grown like wildfire. Because I guess Tupperware is teaching it from the corporate level, because she started doing it with her team, and they have just grown crap. And it's a time commitment for us.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know, but especially for those high potential people that you have that are really, interested in getting there and growing their business, they're going to be the ones that want to do it anyway.
Right. And that's what I found. The ones that really are trying to grow their business, they're the ones that are doing it.
Mhm.
And that's fine, because that's going to help them get to that level that they're trying to get to. And that's what you want, because as we always say, we all know as leaders that only 20% of your team is really going to do the work. So that's where you're getting paid, and that's where you really want to concentrate on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
You
You
are
always
welcome.
make me smile when you share.
Thank you.
And you're getting lots of kudos in the comments too. Lots of people sharing in the comments. Thank you so much for the information.
Great. Welcome.
So the other thing, so we have kind of been talking about team engagement, I think, through this too, because I think this is another thing. If you have some team members that are tracking for President's Club or, Rose Circle, and they're needing that extra boost of sales, I have one that is just struggling. She's always been a face-to-face rep, and she's been one of my top sellers. And so we talked last night, and we decided I'm going to help her. I'm going to co-host a online party with her. She really doesn't have a clue how to do it. So I'm going to help her do it and help her, kind of across that line and get her customer group set up. So I think not only your new reps, but I think you could also look at those that maybe are $1,000, $2,000 away from meeting their sales goals, and reach out and ask if that's something that they would like to do.
Yeah, most
and so-
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my next question is, number one, how are you encouraging your team to finish the year strong? And I think y'all talked about that some the last call that I missed. And how are you rewarding your team as leaders for those that hit different sales levels? What do you do as far as rewards and things like that goes?
Well, I just have a girl who just made PC, and she's been working her heart out to do it. So I was going to send her flowers or candy to congratulate her. And we talk all the time. And she said, we were talking, and she said, no, my husband, somehow it came around. She said, my husband has learned not to surprise me with anything, because I want what I want. I don't want external extras.
Uh-huh.
And I said, okay, so what do you want? So she told me 2 things from the Avon book she wanted. So I went online.
Yeah.
And I went to my store and I ordered what she wanted. I added an A box because I needed more award sales for the free shipping for $40.
Uh-huh.
And I had Avon mail it to her.
That's cool. That's
This
a
way-
good idea.
I don't have to go, and it boosts my sales.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets what she wants. And like I said, it wasn't $40 worth.
Mm-hmm.
So
I had a district manager that was really good about that. If we were close to a goal, she would ask us, what what would you like as a reward whenever you get to that? And, you know, it could be like a stamp for their books that are $10 on Amazon, or a tablecloth for events, or, you know, an Avon decal for their car, you know, any kind of logo stuff. So, I mean, sometimes if you have some that you don't really feel like are working too hard towards something, maybe that's a great question. What do you want? What do you want to work for?
Yeah, what reward do you want when you make? What can we do to help you get there?
Yeah,
Kind
yeah,
of.
I love that.
So will you invite me to your party?
I have a mock party up, if y'all want me, that I did with my team. It was a fall party, but I can share the link in the comments for you guys, and y'all can look at it if you want to.
Chris,
Okay.
yeah, because I'm like your person in your team. I don't have a clue how to get started with that, because I think I know do I know who the person is in your team?
No, I already helped her do one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm like, nope, I'm pretty good, but it's the fear of the unknown, which we all have to get through.
Well, and you know, that's the thing, is a lot of times those reps that we have that are good at face-to-face sales, they are good at building relationships. It's just helping them understand that this is building relationships. You're just doing it online. It's a different way. And I think that that's kind of been the holdback for several of my top sellers that are low sales right now, is because they haven't embraced the online part. And I mean, it may be March or April. I pray that's not the case, that we're still in this situation. So, you know, I mean, if we've got to do whatever we can to help them reach.
That's where I am. I don't feel confident enough in doing these things to help my team do them. So, you know, if they ask me a question, I'm going to go, I don't know, which is okay to do, but I'm not confident enough. So until I can, because what I'll do is I'm going to pick and choose 2 or 3 people and say, come on, let's go do a Facebook party.
Yeah.
Just so we can learn, you know?
Girl, they have this new thing on Instagram. It's called Reels. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's kind of like TikTok videos. And so I was playing around with it the other day, and I was going to show off the cheek curl and spin. I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram. It is hilarious. So I start talking, and I'm holding the curl and spin like a microphone. And I didn't even realize that I was talking into it like a microphone. I have gotten so many views and comments on this stupid video, and I didn't know what I was doing. But I think that that's the thing, is sometimes when we do, you know, something goofy or something different, that's the thing that gets you more attention. So I think for me, it's just learning to not be afraid of failure, because in failure, we learn lessons, and to not be afraid to put myself out there and try something new, because the world's changing, whether we like it or not. And so if we don't find a way to do it and still hold true to our morals and our perspectives, then we're going to get left behind.
Absolutely. I agree. And that's why I love this group. And let's face it, I love my relationship with you, because you keep me on track anyway. Jennifer is always there to answer a question, even no matter what it is. She's good about that. Arlena, you and I haven't connected enough yet, but we will.
So anybody else, what are some ideas that you are doing to help encourage your team to finish this year strong, to reach their sales goals? And how are you rewarding those premier level and President's Club level and above sales representatives? Any special ideas on rewards for your team?
Well, Jennifer, I went through my closet and I had tons of samples. I pulled out my product. I'm like Regina, whatever I can mail, that would be at low cost. But I really pulled out all my samples first because I wanted to check the expiration dates. And they loved their samples. I would throw in maybe 5 campaign books. I would tell them that Tada is coming. If they achieve this, they're going to get this. And I don't tell them what it is. And I just fill a padded, most times I like using the padded $8 flat rate envelope, and I can send them, and I put in a cute little letter, but I try to really I track the Premiere to PC to see where everyone's at. You know, how close are they to hitting some titles? So I've been really using my product and my samples as my you know, to push them. Things that the business tools, you know, and Emily makes decals now. So I've been making or sending little decals for their car windows, little koozies that have Avon, or I have, Emily made me some decals for their drinking cups. So I even sent them decals that they could put on their own cup. Little things that I, you know, just to kind of, you know, congratulate them and just to make them feel important.
I love that decal for your cup. I'm telling you guys, the Cricut that my husband bought me for Christmas and he only knows how to use is the best investment he ever made for me. And I just placed my order. I'm like, okay, I need 50 of these. And let me show you what we do. Hold on.
Well, plus we actually bought a bunch of koozies too, and Emily got into the Cricut business and making decals because she needed some decals for a project for herself, and the lady near her was charging so much. So Emily decided to research it, and so Emily has just really been, I mean, I'm not kidding, Emily is booming with orders, not just Avon, but she's booming with people that want decals for their cars and their trucks and their businesses. Instagram influencers are ordering their Instagram labels for their cars. And so she's busy. And so the next thing, yeah, she's making t-shirts today for one of my girls who's doing an event on Saturday. She ordered some t-shirts for her and her niece. I was just there for Thanksgiving, and we're making koozies for my team. So it's been busy for her. And like I said, this was really cute. This was just a little something. And so, you know, whatever makes the team feel important, that we're paying attention to them, that we notice them. You know, one of my brand new representatives, right out of the gate, she was doing very first order. She's brand new from Avon. $500 order, very first campaign, and she recruited 2 people right away. Second order was $1,200. She recruited 2 more people. This campaign is going to be $1,500. Her coach reached out to me yesterday, and her coach is really mentoring her and already working with her. And it's like, this girl's on fire, and she came out of nowhere from Avon. She was one of the, so things like that is what you know, when they work that hard and they don't need anything from me. She never reached out to me. I just said, hey, what are your short-term goals and your long-term goals? I'd love to know more about you. And she sent me all this information. I do use Calendly, the Calendly link, and I get my team to go in and book an appointment with me through that, whether it be an hour Zoom or an hour chat. And I love that because I know they're committed to want to speak to me. It's not me chasing them down for a conversation. They're coming to me to say, hey, I need an hour of your time. I need to learn this. Can you walk me through this? And that's what we do. But this new girl is just on fire. So she's getting a package from me. So, but I'm Regina. I cleaned up my closet, and I just really just want to reward those. I found hats. I didn't even know I had Avon hats. I found Bug Guard hats. I have 2 of the big $100 bags from when we had the $100 kits. I have 2 still in bags. And so the first 2 people that hit bronze leader on my team will get those bags. Cool. So I pulled I found all this stuff when I moved. But you
moving
know,
does have advantage.
What's that?
Moving, that's probably the one advantage of moving, cleaning out your house.
One question is, Emily is your daughter, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does she have a website that we could check out?
She's on Instagram. I know it's Decals by Emily. I'll post it here for you.
Okay, yeah, post that.
She will create anything, any ideas. If you have a picture, she even had a lady, she even decaled pumpkins for a lady's front door with her, like, welcome and blessed and thank you. She had a lady that wanted to decal on the front door of her oven on the glass. So she did that. She did somebody's pantry door. She did somebody's powder bathroom door.
Yeah. That's
And
very,
then
it's
if,
very in trend.
yeah, and if they don't know how to put their decals on their vehicle, they'll come to her house and she'll actually go out and put the decals on for them. Because
Cool.
one lady did not know how to do it. So she drove from Baytown to Emily, who's in Cyprus, which is over an hour. And she drove to her for Emily to put the decal on for her.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
I'll put her link here. Yeah.
yeah. These are just some of the little things that my husband, this one's white, so you can't hardly see it, but I mean, this is just from the Cricut. I mean, and it's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not smart enough to figure it out, and I'm gonna be honest with you, as long as he's willing to do it for me, I'm not gonna figure it out because I'm gonna enjoy that help. But yeah, I mean, you could put these on cups or the back of cars. But these little, and it's, I can stick them in a regular mailing envelope. So decals
Mhm.
like this are a great idea to do for your team. And to that point, Gail, Arlena had shared a couple of months ago, she did the scratch off game, the scratch off cards from Unicorn Smiles. And she gave those prizes away. And I think you said you had like 60% people actually claim the prizes. Is that right, Arlena? So I did the same thing for the month of November. Whenever they had a $200 order in 24 and 25, they earned a ticket. And then had a couple of activity things. They reached out to 5 people a day, wrote their names down, sent me a list at the end of the week, a picture. And then whenever they did a live video on their Facebook page and shared it into our group, sharing their favorite product, then they earned a ticket, one a week. And this was getting product knowledge into the team without me having to do it. So that, and teaching them that activity. I have had 83% activity of people redeeming their scratch offs. And all of that stuff, like Gail, like you were talking about, I went through and cleaned my office out. I found buttons, I did decal stickers, I did bags, I had hats, I had just stuff. Lanyards, you know, from all the conferences we go to, I had like 12 lanyards, and they love it. They are super excited about everything they win. But I love the cozy idea. I need to do that one. So I mean, it's an investment in shipping, but I've also seen my team sales like way increase more than they did this time over last year. So the scratch off tickets is it has been a great investment for me, and I'm cleaning out my office at the same time to get rid of all that stuff.
And one thing, Jennifer, I did ask them to do on the little note, because several of them have customer pages and team pages on Facebook. I tell them, post my package arriving, show your team what you earned, show your customers the new hat you just got or the button I sent you. So it's not just about opening it and using it, but actually, you know, whether it be a Facebook Live or just pictures, but actually show that you got it. And, you know, as not just a public thank you to me, but to show your team that you could earn some too. Here's a ta-da from Gail, you know, your main mentor, and this is how you earned it. You know, share with your team how you got it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm looking up your thing. That is awesome. Anybody else ideas with helping your team finish 2020 strong? And I'm trying to tap into Instagram and talk at the same time. Finish 2020 strong, and gift ideas for your leaders or your representatives that are reaching sales levels. Y'all are quiet today. Nobody's got no ideas. Are you not doing anything for your team? Is that?
Well, I wasn't, but now that I'm hearing all what everyone's doing, and just so funny, I just ordered me a Cricut machine. So I'm waiting on it to come. So now I'm like, oh, I can make decal. I have no idea. I only ordered this because I have a good girlfriend, and she was like, you need to get one. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay. And then I saw a rep she had ordered a bunch of the little hand sanitizer holders from Amazon. Mm-hmm. And she used her Cricut machine and put these cute little ornament designs or your initials on the bottle. And she just put the Avon hand sanitizer in it. And she's selling them like crazy. Yeah. I was like, well, maybe I need to get one of these machines. So I just made this investment for this machine. So now I didn't even realize you could do decals. So now I'm like, oh, wow, this is probably going to be worth my wow. So.
And it's tax write-off. I mean, come on,
Yes,
Christmas present for
definitely.
yourself and a tax write-off. When he bought it for me, I was like, I keep that receipt. I need that for taxes.
Right.
So
So thank you all for the ideas. I had no idea.
I'm always looking for something that is inexpensive to mail. I don't know about you guys, but mailing, you know, I think when I sit down and do my taxes this year, my mailing is probably going to be one of my biggest expenses.
Me too.
Yes. 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 So thank you for those ideas. I love them.
One of the ideas that I'm doing, I've seen Crystal Sperling do the little trophies, and Oriental Trading has little trophies that you can get a little bit cheaper than where she got hers. And I'm gonna print labels and put on there. So because we don't have the awards anymore, like at luncheons and whatever, they don't even mail them. So I thought, well, everybody that's premier or higher will get a little trophy based on whatever they are. Now, what I'll put with it, I have no idea. So, I mean, I might just do brownies or something from send out cards, or I don't know. I'm looking at keeping everything very low cost, just because same thing, personal sales are up, but team sales are way different in that area. So, but I still want to, you know, reward the ones that are working, because I mean, they're still showing up. So, so anyway, so that's the only thing that I've thought about so far, is just the little trophies I thought would be cute.
Well, and what you could, I was thinking about this because you had told me about the trophy thing, and you could do like a Zoom lunch where everybody comes to the lunch and tell them not to open their boxes until you do the lunch. And then as you announce them, they could open their trophies, and kind of like a President's Club lunch on Zoom. I mean,
I'm gonna try to do like a celebration dinner or something, where it's kind of like potluck, so we all come together and bring something. And so yeah, so I could do that with the ones that
aren't there
or can't come if they want to join. So yeah.
I'm planning a big undertaking, but I don't know. I've been saving for about 6 months, and I'm planning on doing a weekend retreat with my President's Club and Bronze Leader and Above's representatives. I think I have like 11. And we're gonna do it the same weekend as the leadership kickoff, because I'm not going to California. I just don't have any interest in going to California. So we're going to do like a weekend retreat, and we're going to watch the broadcast together. So I can't do it at my house because my kids are here all the time. They don't leave. And so I found an Airbnb that on a really, really good price that we can go and have separate beds for everybody. And so they're going to pitch in for food. And so we're going to kind of just have a girls' weekend. And hopefully COVID will be down by then. If not, we'll be wearing our gloves and our masks if they feel comfortable coming. But and I'm going to do a little recognition dinner there too, kind of like what Arlena's talking about. So I mean, I think if your team is willing, if you can't afford to do a retreat and pay for it all, if your team is willing to pitch in and help, you know, with like maybe paying so much in cost. Hi, hubby. Help pay so much in cost for food, or so much, you know, for the night, you know, for whatever, for sleeping arrangements. That might be a good way to do team building on a smaller level and not have to be like in a huge group at the leadership kickoff.
Yeah, I like that. Doing the celebration, like you doing your retreat the same time as a celebration. I haven't paid attention. I couldn't tell you the dates. I asked Lisa yesterday, and she was like, I think it's a 3-day thing. I said, really? I thought it was 1 day.
No, it's just like the leadership kickoff, except they're gonna you know, televise it all. So yeah. I'm just gonna take my computer and hook it up to the TV. I already talked to the people at the Airbnb, and I'm just gonna hook it up to the TV and it'll broadcast. Because I was gonna pay for like a mastermind trainer to come in, and I was gonna pay for a couple of trainers to come in and train us. And I was like, nope, I'm just going to use Avon's and we're going to watch it together, and then we'll build from what they say and work on our goals. And we're going to do like a vision board night where we all make vision boards and just try to make it a good time. I miss people, y'all. I miss touching people and hugging people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and schedule the same thing. So not a retreat, but one day having where everybody come over, and that's kind of like our celebration for this year.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing a virtual in January with Donna, with the whole team, where she's going to do all kinds of recognition for top sales and give out prizes and all of that. But it's virtual because she certainly can't go in January because of her mother.
Right.
You know, I'm not going in January just because I'm not flying. First time I fly will be to my sister. So that's what she's going to do. But I haven't decided what I want to do for my leaders that are achieving, or even in sales. You know, we did that Godiva chocolate thing. It really wasn't that expensive for them to ship it. And we did that, and everybody loved getting a little chocolate. And it was Godiva chocolate, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you guys that for Virtual Visionaries, I did rent a room, and it was $300 for the whole weekend, and then I paid for half of their hotel room. And so when December or January was announced, we had 10 to 15 people come in for Virtual Visionaries, and they all reached out and said, can we do that same thing again? And so the place that we went was booked already, so I've got through the chamber another connection. And that, I love what you guys said about doing that recognition instead of waiting till March, April, when it's already done. We know who did what, and doing that there. So thank you for that. But yeah, it's very powerful to get your team together. Even if you've only got 3 or 4 of you, it makes such a difference.
Yeah. I think everybody is missing that connectivity. And I think if you can do it safely and, you know, I mean, being in their own hotel rooms, even if they paid for their own hotel rooms and you rented like a conference room or something, I mean, if you do it safely and just take precautions, I think we're all kind of past this and ready to move on. But I'm like, Ben, I'm not ready to fly, and none of my girls will have to fly. I'm going to do it centralized so everybody can drive in to where we're going to be. So, all righty. Arlena, anything else you got?
No, I don't.
Anybody else, any questions? Anything you've been wondering about? Any last minute tips that you want to share?
So we'll do this again in January, or no?
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
talk.
I don't know that Arlena and I were thinking maybe once a month instead of every other week because we've got so much going on, but we'll talk about it and get with you and kind of ask you guys, the ones that are normally here, what would work best for y'all. And
Well, I think we need to do this after the January leadership meeting so we can digest.
let's pray it just keeps being good news. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not complaining about the leadership changes. I'm not complaining about the new appointments. I mean, thank you, Avon, is all I have to say. Thank you, Avon. Thank you, LG. I'm just looking for better and brighter things as we continue to grow.
Yep, I agree. I've got one girl asking me already, so where's the trip going to be next year? And what do I need to do to make sure I get there?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was the part that I jumped on real quick. And she made PC. She's been a rep for a couple of years, but she woke up this year.
Good.
And she's already made PC.
Yeah, I definitely think that if they put a trip out, this will be the year people work for it. People are sick of being stuck at home.
Yeah, I agree.
And my first plane trip will be to the Dominican Republic because I'm going, whether I have to swim there myself, I'm going to a beach. So.
No,
All
my
right.
first trip will be my sister, so.
Yes, most definitely. All right, guys. Well, Joanna says happy holidays to everybody. Or Gail, happy holidays after the leadership meeting. Recognition is important. Merry Christmas, everybody. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for meeting with us and just sharing ideas. There's just something about the brain power that when we get together, this is
Yes.
my favorite part of any event that I do with Avon, is getting to talk to you guys and share ideas and all of that. So I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a very happy holidays.
Same.
I love you guys.
Love you guys. All right, can't wait till we can really hug.
Yes.
So love you. Bye.